students, we continue questions based on second derivatives. Already we worked some more number of problems. Still we have many more in this regard. Next question. Under successive differentiation, in particular second derivatives. So next problem. And at present what problems we are working, as I said, they are very important for examination. As far as theory concerned, you work with steps. As far as MCQ level concerned, you try to memorize these problem answers. Next problem. I don't know that number, you please go on maintaining that. If y equals to tan inverse of bracket sin x divided by 1 plus cos x. Understood that cos x not equal to minus 1, that is understood. Then show that. d2y by dx2 equal to 0. I mean second derivative equal to 0. Write solution. First write given function. Given function is y equals to tan inverse sin x divided by 1 plus cos x. Direct differentiation will not be easiest one. We shall take the help of trigonometrical formulas. Next step, tan inverse. Sin x formula from half angles from trigonometry is 2 sin x by 2 into cos x by 2. Divided by 1 plus cos x formula is 2 cos square x by 2. Does in the process 2 cancels as well as 1 cos x by 2 also cancels. We are left with tan inverse of sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2. But sin x by 2 divided by cos x by 2 being defined as tan x by 2. Hence y is equals to tan inverse of tan x by 2. Further, by definition of inverse trigonometrical functions, tan inverse of tan angle is angle, means y equals to x by 2. So we transferred a bigger expression into very much possible simplest format. Now easily we can differentiate 2 times. Differentiating with respect to x. Differentiation of y, dy by dx, right hand side. A very simple process, direct differentiation, because differentiation of x is 1, whereas 1 by 2 remains as constant, total value 1 by 2. And note in mind, 1 by 2 is constant, so when it is again differentiated, naturally result will become 0. Again differentiating. Again means it is second time. And again differentiating with respect to x. Left side d2y by dx2, right side 1 by 2 is constant, hence its differentiation will be 0. That's the required answer. Next question. Under the scheme of important problems. Next problem. If y equals to tan inverse of bracket square root of tan inverse bracket square root of 1 minus cos mx divided by 1 plus cos mx, then show that or prove that, then show that y double dash equals to 0. Solution. First write as usual given function. Given function is y equals to tan inverse of bracket root 1 minus cos mx by 1 plus cos mx. And it is understood that here m is non-zero real constant. It is understood. Instead of differentiating at once, we shall use trigonometrical formulas. We know that 1 minus cos a formula. 1 minus cos a formula is 2. Actually, it is this itself direct formula. Even then, 1 minus cos a 2 sin square a by 2. Whereas 1 plus cos a is 2 cos square a by 2. Let's use these trigonometrical submultiple angle formulas in this occasion. What it becomes is that tan inverse of bracket square root of 1 minus cos mx is 2 sin square mx by 2 divided by 1 plus cos mx is 2 cos square mx by 2. Two cancels. At the same time, sin square angle by cos square angle will become naturally tan square angle, means it becomes tan square of mx by 2. Further, y equals to tan inverse of square root of tan square mx by 2. Now, under the valid conditions of algebra, square root and square will cancel out. Hence, y equals to tan inverse of tan mx by 2. Again, by using inverse trigonometrical function formulas, tan inverse of tan angle is angle, means y equal to just m by 2x. This result, now we have to differentiate 2 times. You call equation name if you want. This is 2, this is 1. Next step, differentiating 2 with respect to x. Differentiation of y becomes y dash. Right hand side m by 2 constant into differentiation of x is 1. So y dash equal to m by 2 into 1 becomes m by 2. And noting in mind m by 2 is constant, obviously now y double dash will become 0. Differentiating again with respect to x. On differentiating again with respect to x, y double dash will be obviously equal to 0. That's the required result. Next question under this type means important problems on secondary derivatives. Next question. Next problem. If e raised to y into x plus 1 is equals to 1, or it is equally same as if e raised to y equal to 1 divided by x plus 1, equally same as y equal to log of x plus 1, all are same in the meaning, then show that. Then show that d2y by dx2 equals to dy by dx whole square. Solution. First, let's write given function. Given equation. Given that e to the power of y into x plus 1 equals to 1. From this, e to the power of y will become 1 divided by x plus 1. Say 1. Now differentiating 1 with respect to x. On differentiating 1 with respect to x, left side differentiation of e raised to y is e raised to y into dy by dx. Right side you can use symbolic form d by dx of 1 by x plus 1. Further, e raised to y into dy by dx equals to, it is just like a differentiation of 1 by u. By standard formulas, the least what we know is that differentiation of 1 by u minus 1 by u square into du by dx. This formula already we know in the earlier hours. Means d by dx of 1 by u equal to minus 1 by u square into u dash. Hence, using that formula, minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square into differentiation of x plus 1 further e raised to y into dy by dx equals to here differentiation of x 1, differentiation of 1 0, overall minus 1 divided by x plus 1 whole square. Let us replace value of e raised to y from equation 1. You may call this as 2. Now from 1, let us use in 2 for e raised to y. From 1, using in 2 for e to the power y value. e to the power y value has been noted as 1 divided by x plus 1. Let us use in this equation. Hence, 1 by x plus 1 into dy by dx equals to minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square. Naturally, on both sides, in the denominator, one factor of x plus 1 will cancel out, leaving out dy by dx equals to minus 1 by x plus 1, say 3. And this equation implies, obviously, because in the required answer we want a dy by dx whole square, so let us square equation 3. On squaring equation 3, dy by dx whole square equals to right hand side minus whole square is plus. 1 square is 1 and x plus 1 whole square becomes same thing. The total result 1 by x plus 1 whole square. You can better highlight it or underline it. You may call equation number 4 if you want. That is squaring equation 3, we got equation 4. In the left hand side part, we want a d2 over dx square. Hence, for that purpose, we shall differentiate 3 again with respect to x. Next, differentiating 3 again with respect to x. Left side d2y by dx2, right side minus of d by dx of 1 by x plus 1. Further, d2y by dx2 equals to minus will remain as it is. It's again just like a 1 by u type differentiation of 1 by u minus 1 by u square into u dash. That means minus 1 by x plus 1 whole square into differentiation of x plus 1 is 1. And later on, the minus into minus will become plus. Hence, finally, d2y by dx2 equals to 1 by x plus 1 whole square. Highlight it, underline it, call equation 5. So lastly, when we combine, means when we match equations 4 and 5, easily what we can say is that right hand sides are equal. Obviously, left hand sides must be equal. Right, finally, from 4 and 5, from equation 4 and equation 5, what we get is that, what we have is that, we get easily that d2 by dx2 equal to dy by dx whole square. Because right hand sides are same, that's why left hand sides also must be same. That's the required answer. It's a very good problem. And as far as theory concerned, work out with all these steps for 3 marks or 5 marks. And as far as MCQ concerned, try to memorize that answer. Next problem. Before next question, one note can be added for your helping sake. Note or remark. We know that d by dx of y raised to n into y raised to n minus 1 multiplied by differentiation of y will be y1 or dy by dx. Similarly, is very much analogously d by dx of y1 raised to n, where y1 stands for dy by dx. Your answer become n into y1 to the power of n minus 1 multiplied by, importantly, differentiation of y1. Differentiation of y becomes y1. Now differentiation of y1 becomes naturally y2. So keep this point in memory. Right, next question on the important type problems of second derivatives. Next question. If y equals to sin inverse x whole square, if y equal to sin inverse of x whole square, then show that or prove that, then show that 1 minus x square into y2 minus x into y1 is equal to 2. It's a very important problem for theory, especially for 3 marks onwards. 3 marks or 5 marks. But you have to maintain the steps correctly as much as possible. Right solution. First write given function. Given function is y equals to sin inverse x whole square. Call 1. Let's differentiate 1 with respect to x first time. On differentiating 1 with respect to x, because of in the answer we want notations in the format of y1, y2, we prefer y1, y2. If notations are given as y dash, y double dash, go for y dash, y double dash. If notation given as dy by dx, dy by dx square, write in the form of the dy by dx and dy by dx square. All are same in the meaning, only different in writing. Now left side differentiation of y becomes y1. Right side it is just like u raised to n. Okay, first take symbolic form d by dx of sin inverse x whole square. Further y1 equals to, it is just like differentiation of u raised to n u power n minus 1 into u dash, means 2 into sin inverse of x whole power 2 minus 1 is 1 into differentiation of sin inverse x. That is y1 equals to 2 sin inverse x. Now sin inverse x differentiation formula is 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Total becomes whole divided by square root of 1 minus x square. One more point to keep in mind in this kind of problems, means when we have second differentiation problems and when we get the square root expression, better square on both sides for the sake of easier. For the sake of next step to become easier, better square on both sides, because of in the answer we want 1 minus x square. Whereas here you have only root of 1 minus 6. That's why better square on both sides. You are squaring on both sides. Left side y1 square, right side 2 square 4 into sin inverse x whole square divided by square root of 1 minus x square whole square become only 1 minus x square. Next let us cross multiply. On cross multiplying, 1 minus x square into y1 square equals to 4 into sin inverse of x whole square. Before differentiating yet again, we shall take one more step, because from given data sin inverse x whole square can be replaced by the value as y. Let's use 1 in equation 1 in this step. 1 minus x square into y1 square equals to 4y. You know this step very correctly. Call this as 2 and write in word that using 1. Now this equation what we have got, we shall again differentiate. Next differentiating 2 again. And you have to keep in mind that when we differentiate left side, because of product of functions, we need to apply compulsorily product rule in left hand side. Let's use product rule in left hand side. First function 1 minus x square into differentiation of y1 square plus second function y1 square into differentiation of 1 minus x square equals to 4 into differentiation of y. Next step, 1 minus x square in the some last 5 minutes back I have given one note. For that note, by that note differentiation of y1 square become 2y1 into differentiation of y1 is y2. Overall 2y1 y2. 2 into y1 into differentiation of y1 is y2 plus y1 square into differentiation of 1 minus x square is minus 2x. Because in this bracket differentiation of 1 0 minus differentiation of x square is 2x, total minus 2x. Right hand side 4 into differentiation of y written as y1, that is 4y1. Lastly, one more step we shall take up for simplification. 1 minus x square into 2y1 y2 minus 2x y1 square is equal to 4y1. Easily you can expect that there is a common quantity on both sides, that common term is 2y1. Let's divide both sides by 2y1. On dividing both sides as a factor 2y1. When we divide by 2y1, here 2y1 cancels, here also 2y1 cancels, here also 2y1 cancels. Now leaving out 1 minus x square into y2 minus, because here 2y1 has been cancelled out. Here also 2 cancel, 1 factor of y1 cancel, leaving out x y1 in the right hand side. Out of 4, 1 2 cancel, left is only 2. That's the required answer. Next problem. You can try in home. Oh, now you are at home only, but even then you can try as an exercise. If y equal to cos inverse x whole square. If y equal to cos inverse x whole square, then show that the same answer, no change in answer. We can expect why no change in answer, even though differentiation of cos inverse x is minus 1 by root 1 minus x square. Because of squaring process, that minus will be coming as plus. That's why it remains same answer. It is left as exercise, exactly same kind of steps. And if you solve, it is advantage to you people only. So try yourself as an exercise. This question. Next problem. If y equals to tan inverse x whole square, then show that 1 plus x square whole square into y2 plus 2x into 1 plus x square y1 is equal to 2. Write solution. First write it again given problem. Consider given problem. Given problem is y is equal to tan inverse x whole square. Call 1. Differentiating 1 with respect to x. On differentiating 1 with respect to x. Left side differentiation of y, y1. Right side d by dx of tan inverse x whole square. y1 equals to, it is just like u power n type, whose differentiation is n u power n minus 1 into u dash, that is 2 into tan inverse of x into differentiation of tan inverse of x. Hence y1 equals to 2 tan inverse x into differentiation of tan inverse x formula is 1 by 1 plus x square. Next, let us multiply both sides by 1 plus x square. It is equally same as cross multiplying 1 plus x square to left side. Both are same at the one end. You can say on cross multiplication, or you can think in mind that multiplying both sides by 1 plus x square, both are equally same in meaning. So let's cross multiply 1 plus x square. What it becomes is that now 1 plus x square into y1 equals to 2 tan inverse of x. This equation, what we have got we yet again differentiate. Differentiating 2 again with respect to x. We now need to apply left side compulsorily product rule. By product rule, first function 1 plus x square into differentiation of y1 plus second function y1 into differentiation of 1 plus x square. Right hand side 2 into differentiation of tan inverse of x. That is 1 plus x square into differentiation of y1 will be y2 plus y1 into differentiation of 1 0 differentiation of x square is 2x equals to 2 into differentiation of tan inverse x is 1 by 1 plus x square. That is 2 into 1 by 1 plus x square. Next 0 plus 2x will become obviously 2x, hence it is 1 plus x square into y2 plus 2x into y1 equals to 2 divided by 1 plus x square. Lastly, we multiply both sides by 1 plus x square. Finally, multiplying by or with 1 plus x square. After 1 plus x square multiplication, here already there is 1 plus x square, again 1 plus x square becomes obviously 1 plus x square whole square into y2 plus 2x into 1 plus x square y1. Whereas in right hand side 1 plus x square will cancel out, left out 2. So in fact all these are very important problems. It is still a special problem. So try to memorize this answer as far as KCET concerned. But as far as theory concerned, all these important steps to be written without fail to secure full allotted 5 marks. Next problem. Next question. If y equals to cot inverse x whole square. If y equals to cot inverse x whole square, then show that 1 plus x square whole square y2 plus 2x into 1 plus x square y1 minus 2 equal to 0 or equal to 2. So now for this problem also you are witnessing same answer like in the last problem, even though differentiation of cot inverse x is minus, but that will occur 2 times. Once here and next once here, that's why total becomes 2 times. That means minus and minus will become plus. That's why for this problem also answer is same. So try to memorize these two problem answers as far as KCET concerned, and as far as theory concerned, to work out with the possible varied steps. So this is left as exercise as exactly same as last problem. We begin with y equal to cot inverse x whole square, differentiate, what we get is that 2 cot inverse x into minus 1 by 1 plus x square, then 1 plus x square will be cross multiplied, again differentiate using left hand side by product rule, right hand side differentiation of cot inverse x minus 1 by 1 plus x square, and minus and minus will become plus, then 1 plus x square will be cross multiplied, to get back, to get a desired answer what we studied on the board. Still we have some more questions under this important type. We shall meet in the next class. Thank you.